Calling any convoy Angel 7 Crown survivors. Come in, all survivors. Tracking an active training corvette. What is your status? Recruit. Wake up and respond. What a cursed misfortune. Recruit. What's the last thing you remember? Watching a swarm of drifters warp into your location and tear your fleet apart? Panicking, probably. By heavens, I wager you remember that. Recruit. My name is Fleet Commander Taron, and as of this moment, I am your commanding officer, and we need to figure out what infernal slaughter is going on here. So, I am reluctantly lifting your training restrictions and granting you full access to your ship's onboard AI. I'd like you to get acquainted with Aura. She may be a soulless machine, but quite useful nonetheless. Let her assist you in getting your vessel moving.
Greetings, Captain. I am Aura. I will assist you in commanding your vessel and navigating New Eden. My core logic library has been proven to increase the odds of survival by several orders of magnitude, but I am only capable of advising you. You must make decisions for yourself. Simulations have proven that situational awareness is key to survival. I will now demonstrate how to become aware and alert. Captain, if you close my comms window for any reason, you will be able to recall it through the Operations Info panel by clicking Aura Tips. When you're ready to continue, click Next. To orbit the view around your ship, hold down the left mouse button and move the mouse around. To zoom in or out, scroll your mouse wheel up or down while you are getting oriented as you travel through. Let's test basic navigation functions. According to my logs, a Titan-type capital ship in your fleet was destroyed. It would be useful to locate that ship's wreckage and start navigating towards it. A Titan should be the biggest shipwreck that you will be able to find. To set a course for your ship, double-click your mouse's left button anywhere in space. To stop your ship, you should click the highlighted Stop button. Using these functions will help you explore the site. Exploration is a vital trade in New Eden.
Surely this is some sort of dreadful joke. My logs indicate you haven't even graduated from the Academy Flight School yet. Let me make it clear that I usually do not work directly with your kind. Well, regardless, it seems like you are all I've got, so I need you to get to work. Our scanners report additional life signals, albeit fading, near your location. Poor souls, whose candle will soon burn out unless you act. Your unit was transporting an important research crew doing selfless work for the glory of our empire. If the cursed Drifter Patrols acquire their research, it would be catastrophic for our people. I need you to inspect the wrecks for survivors.
Captain, I have received faint signals from 3 survivors. To help determine the location of the signal, you should use the look and approach functions of your ship to get closer. Being close will allow you to see what's inside each wreck. To focus your camera on a piece of wreckage, right-click on the wreckage and select the Look At command. Look At is great for inspecting objects in space, but not for piloting. To reset your view, right-click in space and select Look at My Ship. Next, right-click on the wreckage and select the approach command. We need to get close to the wreckage to extract. To transfer everything from their cargo hold to your own, move your mouse pointer over the wreckage and hold down the left mouse button. A radial menu will appear. Select Open Cargo to view the contents, and then press the Loot All button. After you have clicked the Loot All button, you should close the inventory window using the X in the corner. It's best practice to close windows when you are finished using them. I'm receiving signals that indicate the next survivor is located in the highlighted wreckage. Right-click on the wreckage and select Approach. To transfer the next survivor to your ship, you should repeat the same steps as before. Move your mouse pointer over the wreckage and hold down the left mouse button. A radial menu will appear. Select Open Cargo to view the contents and then press the Loot All button. Excellent, Captain. My scanners indicate one more survivor. Approach the highlighted wreckage. You should now transfer the last survivors to your ship. Don't forget to close the inventory windows after you have finished. I am Professor Tannen from the Sisters of Eve research team. Thank you for saving my life. The attack was complete carnage. Thousands were killed. Our research on drifter strikes indicates they will likely return to this location to retrieve any survivors. And not for good. I believe the drifters want those survivors for invasive information extraction. It's very invasive. Such information is classified and of great value to the Empire, but since my survival depends on you, I am entrusting you with this.
Recruit. I expected you to be space dust by now, and instead here you are, holding my research scientist. I'll let you in on a little secret. The scientist you just rescued may have information about the source of the infernal drifter incursion. A drifter hive. The presence of a hive in the Empire's space is a mortal threat that must be purged. That means you and your cargo have become vitally important to the Empire. We need you home safely. The only problem is that the drifters will be seeking to rip anything with a pulse from your ship and bring it to their hive. What they do to those poor souls back at the hive is a mystery whose veil we haven't yet pierced. I doubt you noticed, but the drifters raised some sort of warp bubble around your location. So you can't warp out. You're stuck like a slave chained to their pen. The generator of this field must be close by. Locate and destroy it, and the chain will be broken. You will be free to leave. Holy Amarr be with you.
Captain, in your ship's overview, you can see what your ship's scanners are picking up around you. Find your warp disruption generator in the ship's overview. Then hold down the left mouse button on the generator and click Approach on the radial menu. To lock your weapon system on the generator, hold down your left mouse button on the generator and select Lock Target on the radial menu. While engaging, the optimal flight path is to orbit your target. This enables you to move while firing, making it difficult for your enemy's weapon systems to track you. Move your mouse over the generator and hold down the left mouse button to open the radial menu. Then select the Orbit command. Excellent! You are in the optimal position. I suggest you fire your primary weapon. You should now stop your ship.
Well done. That thing was an annoyance. Unfortunately, the drifters appear to have set up a second warp disruption generator. They must be very keen to keep you shackled to this scene of ruin. So you're going to have to... Hold on. No time for that, recruit. It looks like you have the good fortune to prove your worth to the Empire. One of the drifters' seekers just warped in. You need to take it out. Aura, get our recruit up to speed on combat. The recruit is of no use to me as a charred corpse.
Captain, I need you to remain calm. You are flying a corvette fitted with a civilian-class weapon system and a civilian afterburner for rapid maneuvering. This gives you a significant chance of success when pitted against a single seeker. Just like with the generator, locate the Circadian Seeker on your overview and select Approach from the radial menu. To lock your weapon system on the Seeker, hold down your left mouse button on it and select Lock Target from the radial menu. Please orbit and engage. Now it's time to engage your weapons, Captain. Stop your ship.
Well, I didn't expect that from an untrained recruit. Your first kill. Victory in combat is a sacred rite of passage. Having this experience definitely makes you more valuable to the Empire. But enough of the pleasantries. Let us go back to the secondary warp disruption Wait. It seems the drifters seriously want to capture you, recruit. Another one of their seekers just warped in. I suspect it is looking for survivors. This means that you just got the chance to double your kill record. Purify this threat with the power of your laser. Administer the penalty for interfering with the holy work of the Amarr Empire.
Captain, let's see what you have learned. Can you take out the second Seeker with minimal instruction? First, approach the Seeker. Now select Lock target on the Seeker. Don't forget to orbit. It's time to engage. Fire your weapons. When you have defeated the Seeker, you should stop your ship. Explore the Seeker wrecks to see if they left anything behind. Move your mouse over the wreckage and hold down the left mouse button. A radial menu will appear. Select Open Cargo to view the contents and then click the Loot All button. Remember to get close.
I approve of your faith and obedience, recruit. So I'm sure the news I have will only inspire you to greater efforts. Imperial sensors have detected a squadron of drifter battleships, and they have just changed course to your location. I don't care how good you are with that laser turret. You can't take on advanced drifter battleships in a corvette. For all your admirable faith, they will surely crush you. You need to destroy that backup warp disruption generator immediately. With any luck, we won't get interrupted by more of those cursed Seekers.
Captain, locate the backup generator in your overview and approach it. To reach the generator faster, you should activate the highlighted Afterburner module. This module enables you to trade your ship's capacitor power for speed, allowing you to reach the generator faster. When you are close to the generator, you should lock target. After locking target on the generator, you should orbit. Activate your primary weapon to destroy the generator.
Recruit, listen carefully. We have very limited time. The Drifter Battleship Squadron just warped to your location. By destroying the warp disruptor, you've removed the bubble that protected the site. It would be a waste of Empire resources to take them on, namely your body and soul, not to mention the valuable ship and cargo you carry. Intelligence needs those survivors for extensive debriefing, and I'd like to shake your hand someday, while blood still runs through it. So your orders are to report to headquarters. With haste.
Captain, your ship is fitted with a warp drive, which is capable of bending space and time in order to efficiently displace you toward your destination. I have overridden the ship's clearance system to give you full access to the drive. Find your HQ highlighted in the overview. Hold down your left mouse button and select Dock on the radial menu. You do not want to face these giant drifter ships by yourself. Warp drive active. Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Welcome to your Amarr Academy, a hallowed place of excellence. Legions of our finest capsuleers have started here and gone on to earn untold glory for the Empire. The birthplace of true paladins, just and avenging. It turns out the Sisters of Eve research team had located the exact location of the Drifter Hive. We are pressing Professor Tannen for more information, but this event has certainly garnered the attention of the Admiralty. Due to your efforts, the Ministry of War has spoken, and the Amarr Navy is starting to mobilize a fleet for a counterattack. This is beyond what I expected of you. As a gesture of our appreciation, the Amarr Empire has awarded you with a bonus that may not give you spiritual growth, but will nevertheless speed you on the path to glory. A small cash bonus. But naturally, the money's not the best part. I've consulted with the Admiralty and been given special permission to accelerate your capsuleer training. The reason is quite simple. I want you to be part of the counterattack. You will help us rain fire on these demons and thwart their evil plans.
Captain, bonus payments and accelerated training are quite unusual for a recruit of your status. It is an honor to be serving with you. I must warn you though, capsuleer training is the hardest, most complicated training process known to man. Only a fraction of pilots endure it. An accelerated process is going to be very challenging. However, so far you have been performing well. The funds you received are awarded in ISK or interstellar credits. This is the main currency of New Eden and can be used for everything from buying supplies to bribing other capsuleers. I have highlighted your wallet. You can view your ISK balance there. Remember to close all windows when you are finished using them.
Recruit, your accelerated training is going to start with a bang. One of the Empire's key research outposts in the region has gone completely dark. Normally, we wouldn't send a recruit to check out a black site. In fact, you shouldn't even know that it exists. But word of your rescue of Professor Tannen has spread. The research outpost is a facility where the Sisters of Eve have been working with us. The Sisters have asked that you specifically find out why it has gone silent. I am temporarily raising your security clearance for this mission. But you're going to have to prepare for this journey. Aura will help you get ready.
Captain, I am running different preparation scenarios. Research outposts like these often contain highly sensitive data troves that are securely encrypted. I believe it would be wise to upgrade your ship's capability with a data analyzer module. However, it seems like the Empire's stock of analyzers in this region are fully depleted due to ongoing drifter attacks. After analysis, it is my conclusion you should build one.
So you want to construct a data analyzer for your mission? Makes sense to me, but then you'll need the necessary materials to build it. The quickest way to get the materials that you need for this is going to be to raid the coffers of the local pirates. Those faithless dogs revolt me. They are a taint on Holy Amarr's domain. But on the other hand, they're bound to be hoarding supplies and should have what you need. Scorch these impure souls and send them to an eternity in the abyss. And while you're about it, take as much as you can from these evildoers. Remember the foundation of our faith. We are tasked to reclaim the universe for our Lord.
Captain, it should come as no surprise that a pirate colony can be a dangerous place to enter alone. Might I suggest an upgrade to your vessel? You have been issued a repair module you can fit on your ship. Additionally, you can improve the effect of your existing afterburner module by training a skill. An acceleration control skill book has also been issued to you for this purpose. Skill training is vital for your progression in New Eden, and the skills you choose will prepare you for your path in the stars. You can view your current skills by opening the highlighted character sheet. You should now retrieve the new module and skill book from your redeemable items by clicking on the highlighted Neocom menu, hovering to Inventory, and clicking Redeem Items. Once there, you can click on the items and select Redeem Selected Items. The items will now be in your inventory in the station's item hangar. This is where all of your modules and items will be stored. The ship hangar will display all of your ships at the current location. You now have the repair module in your inventory ready for use. To view it, open the highlighted Inventory window from the Neocom and select the Item Hangar. To train a new skill, simply drag its skill book from your item hangar into your training queue. You can queue up additional training or train skills you've learned to the next level by hovering over them and selecting Add to Queue. Skill training occurs over time regardless of what you may be doing. You should now drag the acceleration control. Now you should upgrade your ship by fitting the repair module to it. To do this, right-click on the module and select Fit to Active Ship. To see what you have fitted on your ship currently, you should click on the ship fitting icon now highlighted. Captain, your Corvette-class ship is now equipped with a repair module, an afterburner for speed, and a civilian weapon system for dealing damage. I now calculate your combat odds against a moderate-sized pirate gang to be at an acceptable level. As the pirates are outlaws in New Eden, there are bounties on their heads. Captain, proceed to neutralize those pirates and earn those bounties. I have highlighted the undock option for you. You should press this when you wish to leave the station and travel the stars. I have calculated the location of the nearest pirate outpost. You should now click on the location marker icon in the info panel. Warp drive active. I had calculated your combat odds to be within an acceptable level of safety. However, I did not anticipate the presence of corrosive gases in this area. If you get caught in a gas cloud, your ship will start taking damage. In that case, you should use your afterburner and burn through the clouds to get out as fast as possible. Also remember that you can use your repair module should you take damage to your ship, which you likely will. Captain, you should now approach the highlighted asteroid colony and activate your afterburner. I have calculated this to be the shortest route through the gas cloud. Remember to activate your repair module when you take damage, and switch it off again when you have repaired successfully. Captain, there are a lot more pirates than I predicted, but I know you can do this. Remember your training. Approach. Lock. Orbit. Shoot. I have highlighted the container you need to approach. You should loot its contents, and then return to station. Click on the location marker icon in the info panel to dock at your HQ. Warp drive active. Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Recruit, the way you dealt with the pirates has impressed me. Not only did you strike them down with glorious fury, but you also reclaimed valuable materials. Now test your skills as an industrialist and create something of value from those materials you just recovered.
Captain, industry jobs are the Capsulier's way of manufacturing goods for himself. They can be a path to great wealth if you hone your industry skills. You should now have the materials to start production of the data analyzer unit for your upcoming reconnaissance mission to the research facility. I have calculated this to be important. To build this module, you'll first need a data analyzer blueprint, which you can buy from the market with your ISK. You should open the highlighted Market tab and use the search functionality to find Civilian Data Analyzer Blueprint. Once you have located the item, you should click on it to view the active sell orders. Locate one from the list that says it's available in this station, then right-click and buy. You should now right-click on your ship in the station and select Open Cargo Hold. You can use the right-click, select All, to highlight all the items in your cargo hold, and then click and drag them to the Inventory tab marked Item Hanger. In your item hanger, locate the Civilian Data Analyzer Blueprint. You can right-click on the blueprint and select Use Blueprint. This will open the industry window. Here, you can see the blueprint you are using in the middle of the window. To the left, you can see the materials that will be used from your item hanger, and on the right, you can see the output, which will be your brand new Civilian Data Analyzer module. You should now select Start. This will start the manufacturing process. You looted enough materials from the pirate outpost to make a second civilian data analyzer at a later point. Your blueprint original lets you create unlimited analyzer modules, provided you have the required materials.
Recruit. Your preparation may seem overwhelming, but you will be glad that you are being held to such high standards because I'm about to release you into the unknown. The Sisters of Eve research facility has gone completely dark, and we need you to get out there and find out what happened. Professor Tannen has asked to speak to you personally. I have approved that communication, and I'm connecting her to you now.
Captain, I specifically requested you for this recon mission to our research outpost. I had to push this all the way to the Ministry of War. I was adamant that the Sisters would not be of any further assistance if they would not grant me this request. The truth is, Captain, that this outpost is very important. More important than Fleet Commander Tyron realizes. In all honesty, there are few people I can trust these days. The Empire's relationship with the Sisters of Eve has been tense in the past. You saved my life, however, and I feel that I can trust you.
Captain, it seems you are making some intriguing and influential friends. Your next journey will be a little longer than any you have undertaken in the past. The research outpost is one jump from our present position. That means that to get there, you will need to jump through a stargate. Along the way, many humans enjoy reflecting on the beauty of the cosmos and report feelings of tranquility and wonder, especially in advance of potentially life-threatening situations such as our current mission. No recruit in your position has been allowed to travel this far or use the stargates. If you become a capsuleer, you can travel to the deepest sections of low-sec space, hunt for wormholes, or travel with friendly fleets through stargates. Captain, your civilian data analyzer is now ready. You should open the highlighted industry window, select the Jobs tab, and click Deliver. The module will now be in your inventory under Item Hanger. Time to get that module fitted to your ship. Right-click the civilian data analyzer and Fit to Active Ship. Now, you are fully fitted for the research outpost. It's time to undock. Click on the location marker icon in the info panel to set your destination to the neighboring system. Now you should select the highlighted autopilot button. This will start your ship moving to the destination system. Autopilot engaged. Once your ship comes to a stop in the next system, click on the location marker icon in the info panel. Warp drive this will take you to the research outpost. Approaching Stargate. Autopilot disabled. Waypoint reached. Warp drive active.
This is a brief journey, but consider your good fortune. Even though the empire of Holy Amarr stretches across the heavens, embracing hundreds of star systems, most of the people don't ever leave their home planet. Moreover, you are well on your way to becoming an independent capsuleer, able to command your own ships. That's an elite and revered status, recruit. And today, you might just earn it. All right, recruit. You are now in the abyss. A void. No pilot in your position has ever been allowed to enter here. Truth be told, sites like these are some of the most mysterious places in New Eden. And this one is well off the grid. I honestly have no idea what fiendish foes you might find here.
Captain, you should now approach the gate. When you are close enough, hold down your left mouse button on the gate and select Activate from the radial menu. Warp drive active.
Damnation. It looks like the drifters really tore our fleet apart. What the hell happened here? We had no word that an Amarr fleet had run into trouble at this location. All I know is there should be a Sisters of Eve outpost in the depths of this place. Let us hope that holds some answers. Navigate your way to it immediately, but keep an eye out and be alert for hostiles.
Captain, this site is quite unusual, and it is enormous. In order for you to save time, you might want to activate your afterburner to travel faster through it. However, stay alert, because this is uncharted territory. The Sisters of Eve have been doing some unusual research here, which does not show up in records accessible to me. We don't know what the drifters were doing here. Be very careful, Captain. You should locate the info shard on your overview and approach it. Continue to approach the info shard. We need you to be within close proximity. Remember to stop your ship when you reach the shard.
Your telemetry indicates some anomalous signals circling the outpost, but I can't get a precise read on them. Perhaps the drifters are generating interference. Have faith and remain vigilant. You are the only set of eyes and ears I have out there.
Captain, for your ears only, I am afraid the drifters may have hacked our outpost. That could give them access to ship FTL comms and navigation systems we've been developing. Theoretically, it might give them access to some of the ships we've installed prototypes in. It looks like our outpost is relatively intact. You are going to have to try to hack into its mainframe to extract some information on what happened here. Be careful.
Captain, if the outpost is still intact, it will have to be hacked. It's a good thing you prepared by bringing a data analyzer. Hacking is a delicate process, but mastering it can give you access to a lot of wealth in some of the deep and hidden pockets of New Eden. Let me walk you through the process. Captain, you should now lock target on the info shard. You should now activate the civilian data analyzer on the info shard. You are now attempting to hack into the info shard. You should select encrypted nodes until you locate the system core. After you click a node, the numbers that appear will indicate your proximity to the core. You may come across defensive software on your route. You should click on it until you deactivate the firewall. Now you have successfully hacked into the info shard. You should retrieve the cargo.
Why the first prophet? What is this? These things just lit up the site. Professor Tan, have you ever seen anything like this? Is this your tech?
No, Fleet Commander. I have never seen anything like this before. I suggest the Captain get out of there as fast as possible.
Sound advice, Professor. Recruit. The Imperial Sensor Net just picked up a large drifter fleet on course for your location. I don't know what you just activated, but it's roused up a demon storm. It's safe to say they're hungry for your blood. The Professor may be an amateur, but I agree with her tactical analysis. Get out of there.
Click the location marker icon in the info panel to travel to a safe spot. Warp drive active.
Recruit. If you hadn't already pulled off a few other impressive coups today, I'd accuse you of witchcraft and trickery. You've really uncovered a treasure trove here. The information you just extracted appears to include the codes needed to activate the jump gate that takes us all the way to the Drifter Hive. This means that if you get them to our fleet, we can use them to unlock the gate to the Hive. You're going to be rather popular.
Captain, congratulations on finding the Drifter Gate codes. That is amazing work. The Drifters must have been trying to link our outpost to their network through that gate. But there's something else that worries me. I navigated through some of the data when you brought me the mainframe online, and it's worse than I thought. I suspect the Drifters may have hijacked one of the capital ships carrying our prototype systems in their hands and poses a great threat. Luckily, the ship may be vulnerable to stasis webbing. It could slow it down to a halt. Captain, I'm gonna upload to Aura instructions on how to fit your ship with a stasis webifier the next time you're in station. That will improve your capabilities out there.
Recruit, our comms keep getting blocked by Professor Tannen. I trust she's passing on some valuable insights into the drifters and not idle chatter. Now, it's my turn to show you something you're not going to believe. I'm sending Aura some coordinates. Get there with haste, Recruit. You're going to like this.
Captain, the commander has uploaded the location of the forward operating base. This should prove interesting. Click on the location marker icon in the info panel to travel to the forward operating base. Warp drive active. Approach the gate. When you are close, use the radial menu to activate the gate to enter the forward operating base. Warp drive active.
Behold, the righteous wrath of the Amarr Empire made flesh. This is our fleet, the force that will strike at the drifters. Dreadnoughts, battleships, cruisers and frigates are all being prepared for action at our Astrahus Citadel forward operating base. All soon to be equipped with your jump key codes that will land them in the Drifter's front yard. Recruit. I don't usually do this, but it's going to take a few minutes to upload the jump gate keys from your mainframe. I suggest you fly down and introduce yourself. Some of the captains have been talking as if your success is the divine will. And I'd like that kind of faith to spread. Be sure to enjoy this glorious sight while you can. If you make naval capsuleer, you might command any one of these ships someday. I can tell you, they're a lot more rewarding to look at when you're in control. Aura, help our favorite recruit gain a true appreciation of the majesty before us.
Is this him? Is this the pilot that saved the research crew and found the gate codes?
Captain, the assembled strike force includes several ship classes you'll often encounter in New Eden.
Damn, recruit. Took me 6 months before I posted my first confirmed kill.
You can take a closer look at any of the ships by using the radial menu to select Look At. Remember to refocus your camera by right-clicking and select Look at My Ship.
Hey, recruits. Our crew's been talking about you non-stop today.
All right, fleet, calm down. Our hero of the hour is going to pause here a while we upload the key codes from his ship. Then, the Empire has a special surprise for him back at base. The Amarr Empire takes care of its heroes. Faithful service is acknowledged and rewarded. Am I right, fleet?
Captain, the upload is going to take a while. In the meantime, take a look at our Astrahus forward operating base. It's a citadel-type structure. Citadels are the biggest structures in New Eden that capsuleers can build. These massive cities are quite the sight to look at. Since you have to kill some time while the key codes are uploading to the fleet, you have a perfect opportunity to practice some of your maneuvering skills. You can try manual piloting by double-clicking anywhere in space, or you can use the arrow keys on your keyboard for a unique piloting experience.
All right, Recruit. The upload is complete, and the fleet is almost ready to deploy. But while the last preparations are being made, I'm going to suggest you return to base and pick up that surprise I mentioned earlier. A token of our gratitude. Sounds good, doesn't it? Trust me, it's better than you think.
When you are ready, fly to the forward point, next to the Dreadnought-class vessel. When you are ready to return to HQ, click on the location marker icon in the info panel. Now turn your autopilot engaged. Autopilot disabled. When you reach your destination and the autopilot switches off, click on the location marker icon in the info panel to dock at HQ. Warp drive active. Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Recruit. I have very high standards for my trainees, and you have repeatedly exceeded them. I have thus decided to green-light you for participation in the counter-strike against the Drifters, Operation Cleansing Flame. Consider this your final test before reaching Naval Capsuleer status. I don't have to tell you how rare it is to be honored in this way. Now, I hope you don't think I'm going to let you go into battle in that little Impera-class corvette you've been flying around all day. Nimble as it is, it does not adequately represent the power of our great empire. No, recruit, the Amarr Empire always takes care of those who are faithful. So I am now awarding you with a new vessel to participate in my strike operation. I think you are really going to like the added punching power it brings. I'm also awarding you with some upgraded modules to fit to it. Very well. The only thing left is to acquire the skills to efficiently fly your new prize. I don't have time to wait around, so let's speed things along with a skill injector. Normally these things would set you back a small fortune, but this one is on the Empire. Aura will guide you through using the injector. Fit wisely, recruit. We are heading up against an unpredictable foe.
Captain, you have been awarded with a new frigate. This ship is a considerable upgrade from your corvette. Your new frigate gives you far more flexibility in how the vessel is outfitted. For your upcoming combat, I suggest using the afterburner and repair module you have already mastered. Additionally, you have been rewarded with some upgraded modules for your ship, including a few additional weapons. They must be very impressed with you since they have also awarded you a mini skill injector. These are usually only reserved for fully qualified capsuleers, but it is my assessment that you can handle a mini injector without major risk to your limbic system. Probably. Skill injectors are devices capable of transneural scanning and can lay synaptic patterns down in new combinations with skillbook data. What this means is that if you like learning fast, these are for you. Now, let's go through how we can optimally set up your ship for the combat ahead. Professor Tannen has advised that you fit your ship with a stasis webifier, and you should not take that suggestion lightly, Captain. You should collect all your rewards by checking your redeemable items under the Neocom menu and Inventory tab. You can move those to your item hanger by selecting them and clicking Redeem Selected Items. Open your inventory and select Item Hanger. There you will find... Captain, double-click on your new mini skill injector and confirm the injection. This will give you unallocated skill points that you can use to progress your training. Open your character sheet to use your unallocated skill points. I suggest you search for Frigate and drag your Empire's Frigate skill into the training queue. When you've done that, find the Apply Skill Points button and click it. Your Frigate skill will have advanced a level. These skills will help you become better prepared for the upcoming battle. Skill training completed. Captain, it's time to use your new ship. In your inventory, select your ship hangar. There you will see you are currently in your corvette. Right-click your active ship and click Leave Ship. You should now right-click your new frigate and select Assemble Ship. This will finalize the last preparations and calibrate your vessel so you can pilot it. Right-click your new ship and select Make Active. You have now boarded your new ship. Right-click your old Corvette and select Repackage. This will remove the modules fitted to that ship and make it easier to transport in the future. It's now time to fit your new ship with modules. Open your inventory and go to Item Hangar. You will want to fit weapons, an afterburner, a stasis webifier, and your repair module. To fit, right-click on each of the modules and select Fit to Active Ship. You should then open your fitting window and ensure you have everything you need fitted to your ship. Now that you have prepared your ship for the fight, Captain, it is time to head into space and start the journey to the Drifter Hive Stargate.
The fleet is at the gate, recruit. You know the objective. Destroy the Hive. Remove the threat. Purge them with the holy fire of our empire. With the drifters pushed back, the great houses of the Amarr Empire can secure trade routes, continue spreading the true faith, and prepare a proper military response to the rebel provinces of the so-called Minmatar Republic. We're hoping that we'll learn more about the infernal drifters in this attack, and figure out why they've been attacking us, and removing the survivors. Too many souls have perished to their corrupt and perverse ways.
You should now undock and click on the location marker icon in the info panel, and then activate your autopilot. When you reach your destination, click on the next location marker in the info panel to travel to the site. Warp drive active. Drive active.
All right, recruit. This is the gate. The spatial rift that leads to the Drifter Hive. Our fleet just jumped in minutes ago, so expect some friendly company. You're going to need it.
ready, you should approach the spatial rift and activate the gate using the radial menu. Warp drive active.
Welcome to the grand show, recruit. Attention, fleet. This is Fleet Commander Taron. I am assuming tactical command of the counter-strike force. Listen up, Capsuleers. Here's the situation. The Drifter fleet is counterattacking from positions around the periphery. If you missed the massive, spiked, round-looking behemoth, let me be the first to introduce you to the Hive. It's pumping out the Drifter Seekers like a wheel of the Inferno's very own dark mills. I want this mill wheel shattered. And to do that, we need to break through their defense fleet. Recruit! What are you waiting for? You know the drill. Approach, lock, orbit, destroy. Start handling those Seekers. At this point, I need you to leave the battleships to the heavies.
Now it's time to engage your weapons, Captain.
Take out their fleet to clear a path to the Hive. Battleship Wings, you are the force that will punch through their lines. Cruisers, support the flanks of our heavies and be ready to provide disruptor support. Frigates, I need your dogfighting skills. You are the paladins that must keep any Seekers or drones off the backs of the heavy ships and their support cruisers. Every shot will count. I need every ship in the fight for as long as possible. Follow the lead of your commanders and maintain fire discipline.
Affirmative, Fleet Commander.
What blasphemy is this place? They seem to be assembling some abominations. And they're using our people as parts. We'd better deliver all possible holy fire to these degenerates. This is as vile as it gets.
Fleet Commander, we are intercepting transmissions from the Hive to the fleet.
Recruit, come in. The Sisters of Eve research outpost was developing sophisticated FTL communications technology. And around the time the facility went dark, we lost communications with the TES Faithful Shield. I should have seen this coming. this is what they were doing at that outpost.
Fleet Commander, are you seeing this? Isn't this the TES Faithful Shield that just entered the site? Isn't that the ship that went missing a few days ago? It looks pretty different, but that's definitely the Faithful Shield. I served in the same wing as that ship.
Commander, the TES Faithful Shield is on a heading for the Drifter fleet. Might be the Drifters have taken it over and done something to it. How did they take over our ships, Commander Tyrone?
Recruit. I need you to intercept that capital ship as soon as possible, and I need you to slow it down. TES Faithful Shield is an Apostle-class Force Auxiliary, a new and tremendously effective support ship.
Approach and orbit the capital ship, then select Lock Target as soon as you get close to it. Stasis Webifier to slow the ship down, and then activate your primary weapons. Reinforcements are on their way, Captain. Keep your web on it and keep firing. We need to destroy that ship.
Excellent work, Fleet. Recruit, get back here and start lighting up the hive. We cannot allow it to continue to deploy these infernal seekers any longer. Fleet, we've breached their defensive perimeter and neutralized their forces. Scanning the hive now. Pilots, once we have this data, we're burning it down. All forces find a clear shot on the hive. Let it burn in the fury of our purifying lasers.
Locate the hive on your over. You should now lock targets and destroy the Circadian Seekers near the hive. Now it's time to lock your targets on the hive and fire your primary weapons.
Recruit, I've just completed a surface analysis of the Drifter Hive database. The place is a veritable factory of death. Bodies go in, machines come out. They've produced thousands of Seekers, and we're building up the capacity to make millions. We're certainly not in the clear yet, but I want you to know that your actions have saved countless souls. When this battle is over and the next begins, it would be an honor to have you in my fleet. Now, when this infernal thing is brought down, the explosion will be vast. I'm going to pull back the fleet to a safe zone. I'm leaving you with the honorable task of striking the death blow. You have earned it, Recruit. This will be the ultimate sacrifice for the Empress and the gateway to immortality. On behalf of the Empire, as of this moment, I, Fleet Commander Raphael Taron, promote you to the grade of Naval Capsuleer of the Amarr Empire, and grant you full Capsuleer privileges under the Ulai Convention. You've earned your immortality and independence, Capsuleer. It has been an honor to fly with a faithful paladin like you. We could not have eliminated this threat without you. Godspeed, dear Capsuleer.
Congratulations, Captain. You have become an independent capsuleer. This means you will now earn your own way in the world of New Eden. Your mentor would not leave you empty-handed, though. There is a new mining ship in your redeemable items, with the necessary modules to use it successfully for mining operations. There is also a blueprint, so you can rebuild the ship you so nobly sacrificed in battle. Before I fully activate the ship to your command, I would like to leave you with one final suggestion. Go visit the career agents. As you progressed so quickly through your training, you may still want to fine-tune your skills. The career agents are also a great way to earn more rewards. It has been a pleasure to guide you through this challenging process, Captain. Fly safe, Capsuleer. Click on the highlighted Eve Help icon in the Neocom and select Show Career Agents. Take a look at the different career agents. Each career agent specializes in a certain field. When you've decided which interests you most, set destination to their location. The next Stargate in your route will always have a yellow icon like the one below. Find this gate in the overview and jump through to move closer to your destination. You can also activate the autopilot to automatically warp and jump your ship towards your destination. While useful, the autopilot is not as fast as manually traveling from gate to gate. Once you've docked at the career agent station, you can contact them for further instructions. Warp drive active. Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted. Find the career agent you are interested in working with in the agent section of the station services and start a conversation with them. The career agent has offered you a mission. Accept it, and you will begin your chosen career path. You are now in the good hands of the career agents. I suggest exploring different careers with their guidance. I will now enter standard operations mode as your ship's AI.